All right, guys, look, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our session for the Forex Cash Machine, and we're really excited on this marvelous Monday for this live coaching call on the 20th of May 2019. Hope you guys are doing well. You had a great weekend. Congratulate my grandniece. She not graduated. That's the other niece. My grandniece actually got married, and in California, flew out there, but it was a 12-hour flight. My goodness, I could have flown to Europe. I could have flown to Europe in the time it took me to get from LA on Delta. Big shout out, thumbs down to Delta, because they took a really long time. But they were fixing it on the plane. Better to fix it on the ground than to fix it in the air. But still, seven hours, no replacement plane, and no little, they gave us a little extra lunch. But anyway, that's my story. But I'm glad to be here. Just so glad to be here that I was able to make it on time to be able to share with you more about the Forex Cash Machine. And it's a tremendous strategy. I'm getting all kinds of reports from people who are just making the money using this strategy. And let me turn off the fan. It's still, even though it's May and it's still a little gloomy and rainy and steamy and hot. So you might hear a little fan in the background. And so, but anyway, let's get started. And we're going to get into the revealing the Forex Cash Machine. And before we get started, I want to direct your attention to the risk disclosure on the screen. Make sure you understand all the risks associated with foreign exchange trading. And for those of you who don't know who I am, because you're brand new, you're watching this as a recording. Again, I'm the CEO and founder of the Elite Traders University. And Elite Traders University is not an accredited university, but guess what? You learn a valuable skill that can help you make money. And a lot of times you go to a regular school or university, you get a really nice degree from a really prestigious place like Oxford or UCLA or any of these schools, but you don't learn a skill that can make you money like here. So I give props off to all those really prestigious old universities, but the new university here is 8 weeks, learn, make money, and if you want to go back to college and make money, that's fine, or get a degree, that's fine. But we're teaching people how to make money and to pay your bills, to be able to buy the car of your dreams, the house of your dreams, to travel, to be able to quit your job, to be able to be financially free. That's what we teach here, okay? Everything else is, bullshit talks, bullshit walks, and everything else talks, right? Money talks. Okay, so let's go. We're talking about the Forex Cash Machine, which is our way of cranking out cash. And I know we've got how many people we got involved here, and we sent an email out to everybody, and a lot of things going on, weddings and travel and inclement weather and all kinds of things going on. Very, very active time this May. Finals for a lot of people in school, and just a lot of spring breaks and Father's Day and all kinds of things going on in this May. So I'm sure a lot of people, in fact, I think Cindy's going to be at it. Good luck to Cindy. Norman, she is one of our members, and she's in Las Vegas for a billiards pool championship. She's a professional pool player, and so wish her all the best there. Okay, and I know we've got a number of people in our Pip and Run alumni who are involved in all kinds of sporting events and things as well. Okay, so I just want to go over the basics and just drill down on some things and see if you have any questions. First of all, let's start with some positive stuff. Let's see what you guys are doing with the strategy. And you want to turn your microphone, Christian. You want to talk. Let's talk about the trade setup that you the series of trades that you did, which are pretty remarkable, and I think it's just a testament to how good the strategy is. And Christian posted my current Forex Cash Machine record from the start of using the strategy till today. And hey, I'm gonna give him a thumbs up and a heart as well. Loving those results, and I'm gonna go ahead and click that so we can actually see all all the winning trades you got so far. And how many winning trades did you have, Christian? You got to turn your microphone. Love to hear what you have to say about what you did. Fantastic job, buddy.
Thank you very much. So basically this is from the start of using Forex Cash Machine till today. I made a couple of trades, I don't know how many exactly, like 20. This is basically a 100% win rate, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the strategy is very simple and you just follow the rules and make money.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Exactly. And so, and you used what kind of any currency pair? You just found what was your favorite?
I don't know. I'm just trading any majors, to be honest.
Do you check news? What is your process of getting into the market?
Well, I turn my PC on, go to the Google Chrome, open Forex news and stuff. I look for the orange and red folders, and then I go over the markets. And I also open the Forex heat map that you provided to us, and that is it.
Yeah, that's. I think that's what I really wanted to talk about today. I'm glad you brought that up. You just like read my mind. Because my Forex heat map, I don't think I put a sign in or log in for you guys in there, but you do have a live, a lifetime access to this really powerful tool, and that will segue into what I want to discuss. But congratulations! I'm really excited about what you're doing. Good job, Christian. All right, that was Christian, folks. And you know, if you're watching this as a replay or a gift or something like that, you know, the pre-launch is over, so the special price that you got, you know, at that $2,500 price point, or 3 payments of $897, has passed, and so now the regular price of $7,500 is what it's going for. But you know, we can still give you probably not as good a discount as that. But hey, you know, those who struck fast got, you know, if you snooze, you lose, right? So I reward action takers. So if you want to get involved in this and really have a strategy that you can rely on seriously, then go ahead and click the link below and make sure you sign up for the MyForex Cash Machine before we raise the price. Okay. All right, so we're actually going to talk about MyForex heat map, and let me get this up here, and I'll probably need to go to Chrome because I cleaned out all my cookies and lost all of my wonderful, you know, Chrome is good because it keeps track of all your passwords, right? All right, so MyForex heat map is an arrangement of currency pairs by percentage change. It tells you what's hopping, what's popping, what's dropping, and what's not in the market. And it's really good to use. If you go to www.myforexheatmap to actually log on, so if you're watching this, okay, and then what you'll do, for those of you who are members, I will post a coupon code which will give you lifetime access, okay? But I'm not going to display it here because people may be watching this, and, you know, if they're not subscribers or not members, and if they haven't enrolled, then I don't want to necessarily get them apart. But for those of you who are like brand new or watching this for the very first time, Terry's online. Nice to have you here, Terry Hodges. And it's a very great thing about Terry. Terry was like Pip and Run like number 2 or 3. We used to, you know, he used to come on my live trading show back in the FXCM days. Always great to have Terry on board, and really, he's an awesome dude. Getting married, and I want a big congratulations to him and his lovely bride-to-be, and they're getting married as well. So congratulations to you, Terry. Glad to have you aboard. Okay, so MyForex heat map, and you probably remember, Terry, when I used to use a heat map back in the day on the Active Trader platform. I tried to get FXCM to code one. They wouldn't, because I was killing the market. I was crushing it. Look, we can really help clients make money. It's like, oh no, Greg, we really don't want that to happen. So they never did code it. But I actually hired a guy, and a couple of guys actually, to create this MyForex heat map, and so you probably will recognize it if you haven't followed me in a while, but here is a.
$5.1 trillion are traded every day on the foreign exchange
I don't
market.
think you can hear the sound though.
And although you'd love a piece of the action, a lack of knowledge and experience has you wasting more time and money than you make. What if trading like a pro and making smart...
Yeah, let me know if you can't hear the sound. There's no sound.
No scanning
Okay.
endless charts or analyzing confusing reports. No time-consuming research or unreliable social media hot trading tips. Quit the guessing game, avoid risk, and get the answers you need to make huge profits starting right now. With Myforexheatmap, a trade scanner that provides a complete overview of 28 Forex currency pairs, plus gold, silver, oil, and other major global stock market indices. Quickly and efficiently identifying profitable market trends and lucrative trade opportunities has never been easier. Simply buy in green, sell in red, and stay away from grey. Earn more, lose less. By visiting myforexheatmap.com today to sign up for our 7-day trial. Join now and get over $9,500 in bonuses, including access to the VIP Tip and Run, Traders Chat Room, video courses, workshops, private coaching, and much more. Myforexheatmap, transforming your trading efforts from amateur to pro.
Okay, so that's Myforexheatmap. It's a forex scanner, and it basically we see what's hopping, what's popping, what's dropping, what's not in the market. And we're looking for institutional change now. Because you combine this with Myforex, our Forex Cash Machine, what we got going on is a powerful tool. Now, I know in the video it says buy in green and sell in red, but when we're using Myforex Cash Machine, we're actually looking for places where prices have run up way too far, too fast. Okay, and so what happens if it goes so far? Well, people who have bought, they got to take their money. How do they get their money out of the market if they've bought? Tell me in the chat box. How do bulls get their money out of the market? They have to do what? Yeah, they have to sell. John, nice to see you too. We got two newlyweds or getting ready to get weds in here. Terry and John, both are old school pip and run guys in the past. I go, man, it's like got the marriage bug. Very, very cool. Yeah. So we've got, looking forward to seeing you, John. I was out in California. It was a 12-hour, like, no sound. Can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. John can hear me. Terry, you might want to turn up the sound. Okay. Terry, click the red, click the telephone icon. Telephone icon. I don't know if you can see mine. Let's see if I can. Share and all, and show this one. Show preview. Flight changes. Okay. All right. So you need to probably click this one, Terry, if you can hear it. Can you hear me, Terry? And let me see, Terry. I see, and hey, and Rod is here. Rod Cox, man. We've got like all the old school people here, man. All we need is Adina and Hemi and stuff, and then we have a complete. Glad to have you aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And Terry, let me know if you can hear me. Let me put some type of a whiteboard or something. Okay. Let's do this.
I'm here.
Okay, you can hear me? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. How you doing, brother?
All right. Long time no see.
I know. Glad to have you.
Yeah, we talked the other day. Remember that?
Yep. All right, brother. Glad to have you aboard. I'll mute everybody. All right. All right. Oh yeah, big congrats to you, Terry, for posting some of your trades too, and you made some profit on the cash machine. And let me go ahead and I think what else we got here? I think Rod posted some stuff too. But yeah, for those of you guys just joining, this was Christian. Oh, no sound. Oh, there we go. You can hear me now? Okay. So we have Christian's results. Christian did awesome there. I think we've got some. I know I think we have some Rob Cox in there too. But this is Terry. And Terry took his he took a trade, pound yen, and he took that pound yen kept going too, 140.40, right? But you made some bucks. Very cool. Congrats on that. All right, so let me get back to my Forex heat map. Now, when we're in this capital market where price kind of retraces, and let's see, we got back here, trying to find my Forex heat map. Maybe it's here. No, get rid of that one. And yeah, there we go. Okay. So now we have like CAD yen up here at the very top. 81.98, euro pound up there as well. Sometimes when prices get stretched, the bears have to sell, or the bulls have to sell. So when they sell, we'll see these in green actually start to move down, and the guys who are down here, the guys who have been short, okay, they have to buy their positions back. So these actually will start to rise, right? So even though basic, early in the morning of the market, and these pairs will start moving up in the top tier, they're breaking out. Maybe they're bouncing off S1, or maybe they're bouncing off of a central pivot. Maybe they're bouncing off a banker's level, right? But toward the end of the day traders are going to start taking their profit. So anything in green, if you're looking at green and it's like, 12, 11, 1 o'clock, these may start. The high of the day was 81.96, and now we're at 81.89, right? So we dropped, about 7 or 8 pips or something like that. So maybe this one may be correcting on the downside. Maybe it'll come back a little bit, right? Euro Aussie, and then we have some CAD Swiss. The dollar's rising, but notice we have dollar pairs up, and it's Monday, right? So we have a lot of these things are going against the trend because of Monday. But we also have the stock market was down today as well. Down on a Monday usually means up on a Sunday, down on a Monday, Sunday, Monday usually sees up on turnaround Tuesday, right? So they get this guy doing the, I don't know what he's doing. He gets to put your hands up in the air and pretend like you don't care. But he said hedge funds bet sell-off is over, correction has run its course. Most U.S. hedge funds aren't expecting another big stock market sell-off as far more firms curb bets on volatility, according to Nomura. Okay. But I don't know. This could be a way of suckering retail people in. It was down today, 82.83. S&P was down. NASDAQ was down. Russell 2000 was down. European market, DAX was down 195 points. FTSE was down 37 points. DAX could be down. They export a lot of BMWs and Mercedes-Benzes to the United States, and the U.S. is trying to, maybe place some type of tariffs to limit imports of those really cool cars, right? But if we were looking at, let's look at maybe the market. And I want another shout out to Christian. He was talking about Aussie CAD, and I did take the Aussie CAD trade and picked up some pips on that Aussie CAD. I had 3 positions on there on Aussie CAD. Now I had to sit through this dip, this drop down to the orange line, and we bounced, and now we're here. Okay. But let's look at a couple of things that were up at the top there. We saw euro pound up there, and so it was in the green. Let me double check. It was in the green. This over here. Okay. Yeah. No. What happened here? Did we log in? I thought we logged in already. Okay. Oh, there it is. It was there. I see it. There it is. Okay. So we had euro pound up. It was our second best performing currency pair other than the Kiwi, the dollar South African rand. So we could probably look at any of these to possibly snap back or bounce back. So we're going to go to our money machine and then let's look at euro pound and we can see like where we are as far as that. So let's go to the template. No. Let me go here, get rid of this target thingy. Viewing options. And the market sentiment is very bearish, but sometimes it's not reliable. But let's go here and let's make this okay. And I'll move my picture out of the way. Okay. So this is a 1 hour of the euro pound, and you can see as the heat map said, it surged. We've surged. Now a couple of things I've added to this. This is a 10-period moving average in this blue line here, and it acts like a kind of a trend line, where when price comes down to like the median line, this is the median line, the 50 period moving average, and this is the 50 Bollinger Band with deviation of 2, standard deviation of 2. This is another 50 moving average, standard deviation of 3, and this is a 50 moving average of standard deviation of 4. So 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4. And this is the center line. So when we get far away from this middle line, we expect price to kind of come back and return. And if it returns to this, then that's another signal for us to get into the market. And let me move this over here somewhere. All right. Yeah, off to the right. So what we're looking at is price came down to this area. We have a 10-period moving average, and now we got price breaking above the 10-period moving average. We have RSI breaking above the trend line, and so we look for price to return back to this yellow line, right, as our first target, which it did. And it's making the same high. So some of the things that we've learned in the past, like double tops, okay, this makes sense. We got a top here and a top here, and this is what we call RSI divergence, where we have a new high in price and a new high, or the same high in price, or slightly higher high in price, but RSI is much lower than this one here, right? If we were to line the RSI up here, see how strong that RSI is on that one, and then price comes up really strong here to a little higher, but look, not much momentum behind it, right? So we have what we call a little RSI failure swing. So we can actually take a trend line across the bottom of the RSI, and we have a trend line break. So we have a trend line break of RSI. That's our first kind of like, hey, okay, something's going on here. We have a lower swing on RSI. We have a double top in price, and then we have a trend line break, right? And we got one there. Now, what I would like to see, now when I added this moving average, I actually have it as a 5, but you can use either a 5 or a 10. Sometimes a 10, it depends on the currency. You can be more conservative with the 10, but it almost acts like a trend line. When price breaks above it, see that big candle coming above it, you know, because we didn't quite get down to the median line. But we had a nice trade here. Price came down to the median line, bounced up. We got close above, and we had a nice bit of pippage that we could have gotten from here to here, about 20 pips. Okay, so the nice 20 pip run there. Even coming down from here, we had a break here. If you took any of these two candles, let's say you took that one, that's not a very good entry, but still it broke below. If you took it, you made 5 pips, right? If your target is the median line, if you're going from line to line. So we broke here, and we expect here, but we haven't broken this line, so we may wait, right? This can act as our conservative trend line, or we can be more aggressive and say, okay, how about a 5? Okay, and see how that does. Now, price hasn't gotten below it yet, but when we get a closed candle below this, we can take this short, maybe a stop above the high, and look for price to return back here, okay, to this 87.55 area. If we do get there, if we enter somewhere in here, and that's about 16 pips, right? Now, or you can do like you and Terry, Christian Terry's done, where you can take multiple trades, getting in and out as this is pumping up and down around in here. It may swirl up a little bit, and then it retraces, then you can get in again short, and then it drops again, gives you another 5 or 6 pips, and you can pick up, you know, if you're trading at, 10K lot, you can pick up $1, $5, $6, $7, $8, $10, it'll start adding up, or if you're trading a 100K lot, you can pick up, $60, $70, $80 on a shot, right? So we have this. So we've got this, again, going back to our heat map, we said, hey, euro pound is in the green, but Greg said buy in green, right? But this is the end of the day, and it's run up. So we should see some profit taking. So we're looking for extremes and maybe some profit taking. Let's look at CAD yen. CAD yen's been on a tear. Moving on up, like George and Wheezy. Moving on up. Okay. And, okay. And get rid of this one. Yeah, I got an entry order to get in here. Get rid of this. Cancel. Well, yes. So we bounced off the line, and then we broke the moving average there, and we're kind of drifting along. You saw some CAD yen. You did some pound yen too. Let me take a look at that, and see we can see the setup that you had on that too. And look at let me expand this. Pound yen was, see, it wasn't a top spot, and now it's dropped. I took a lot of it too. I posted it and I walked it down, right? And I was actually showing you guys. Yeah, in fact, Terry took it too. But we were walking this dog here, walking it down, where we had come down, and then that was our RSI got extreme. We broke up, and then I just started taking multiple shots at it. And then we went up to like 40. I said another exit at 40.26. The big got as high as 40.40, but now we're in extreme. Up in here, we're in the red zone. And in the red zone, that is like an extreme overbought. When we hear about overbought, they bought it. It's really overbought. So we get in this overbought area. So what happened? Okay. Look, overbought, that 140.40, and then double topped, and then price started to move on down. Moved on down. But we have a couple of things going on. We have our RSI. So basically, we're treating RSI like a line graph, a line chart on like a chart of price. You can do the same thing here. You can go, okay, see how it's a line chart, but with the RSI, it's going to respond a little bit. It's going to respond a little bit sooner and give us a kind of a heads up. So I got the trend line break on RSI back here. So that basically gave me, and me change this back to bar candlesticks. Okay. So it gave me a hint that, hey, we're going to go higher. And so we had risk under control, and man, I don't even see it anymore. Okay. There it is. Okay. So we didn't get below our risk, and then, you know, I actually took a trigger, hairline trigger there. I got out of a couple of them, and then I got in some more, and actually added a couple of positions there. But then once we got clear and actually had a really cool reversal, you know, basically what you're looking for, you got this, look, bullish engulfing, dots in the bottom. You've got a, basically this RSI is just pushed straight down and then rocket it back up, cross above the 30. All right, Christian. We'll have the replay up there for you. Right? And then we draw a trend line on price. Right? But notice how RSI got us in before price actually gave us that bullish candle. So we're already looking to go long, right? Then we had confirmation. Then we're going to start hitting it over and over again, you know, for multiple pips, right? And then we hit, finally, and it went all the way up to the yellow line, right? Yellow line, and we got a break below the moving average, this blue moving average, which I'm calling like a dynamic trend line. It's going to act like a trend line when price gets below it. Hey, I want to get short, so I'm going to short it. I didn't short because, I mean, I just killed it over here. You make a lot of money. Sometimes it's good. You know, you could stay up all night and, well, I can trade this. I mean, you know, from 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning all the way to like 9. It's like 4 hours. And you really, you know, even set your iPhone, you got the little iWatch or something, and it says get up and go for a walk. You know, you really should, because you start sitting here, you know, and you get sucked into it, and you might lose the money that you made. So, but this was a great opportunity to actually get short. We had a trend line break, a double top. I'm gonna move this line out of the way, and then price started moving down to the median line. So if we got short here, median line is 19 pips. Okay, 19 pips is not bad. You know, on a 10K lot, it's $19. You know, $19 in just a few minutes, right? I took the Uber from the airport from DFW airport to our place with 5 people. My daughter, my wife, and my 3 daughters. It was $49, right? And it was about an hour ride. So an hour, he made $49. But you know, and an hour you can be in your bunny slippers and your pajamas and your PJs or working another job, and you can click out, you know, maybe like 20K, 220K lots, and you can make the same amount of money without gas and traffic and all that other stuff, right? Now, and you can just scale it up. You can just, you know, once you get really confident with the system, you're gonna, you know, you can probably trade larger amounts of money, right? Or just get really good at it and be consistent with your smaller account, and then I can introduce you to people with large accounts who would love to mirror you if you have consistent results. So you don't have to have a big giant account in order to benefit, because other people would love to follow great traders if they don't have, you have the knowledge and the skill. They have all the money, but they don't have the knowledge or the skill. So it's like the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. They've got peanut butter, you got chocolate, you put them together, you got candy bar, right? Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. So so that's the whole idea, that you don't have to swing for the fences. Just get good like Terry did. You make $2 or $3. Do $2 or $3 a day consistently, right? And then you can be very confident that when you put larger money, you put $5,000 or $10,000 into an account. Hey, you've made on a percentage basis 5-10%, 10% compounded. 52 trades compounding $10,000, and you're at $1 million, right? So, and I put some spreadsheets and things in the resource binder that shows you that, where you can basically take $10,000, and if you can do 10% on each trade, 52 trades, and you're at $1 million. So here we go. We've got another, when that RSI drops below 30 like that, or really spikes above 70 very strongly, it's gonna be extremely a great opportunity to get into the market. I cleaned out my cookies and my cache, and all my passwords are gone. It's like, gotta type them all by hand. I'm like, okay, that's fun. No worries. Would you like to save it? Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. And let me get this HURST, and I'll show you. All right. Yeah. So this is the article, and I'll put it in there. So 10%. That's 10% a month. But see, a lot of you guys can do 10%. You can do 10%, and you can do 10% a week, right? Oh, in a trade. A little more aggressive. Let's see. Attack. Let's see. Yeah, I try to under promise and over perform, that kind of thing. I think I got something back from the old days. This is Terry back in the day. You remember Terry? New job starts early. Miss your scalp sessions, can use the money. Yeah. See, I saved all of Terry's posts. This is Terry, guys. You don't know who Terry is. This is you remember this, Terry? 12.1, yeah. So that was back in 2012. But I just wanted to show you some of that. But yeah, going back to our compounding. I put that in there. Yeah. So the barrier, he says, the barrier is particularly hard to contend with when you're trying to get. So on the other hand, trade on almost. Okay. So basically, just being able to, we've got a system where we can do that, and we're just looking for. And if we just play the extremes of RSI, we can look for those. And usually get these big vertical bars. We go from, side, kind of a zigzag, step, 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 and then finally this drop. That's like capitulation. That's when, they're shaking out all the bulls. Everybody's getting bearish. And the moment they switch from being buyers to sellers, that's when they take it the other way, right? Have you ever gotten to something, go, oh man, this thing is going down. Look at it, it's dropping. And you get short. And your name is right there on that wick, right? You're right there, short. Oh man, maybe this will come back. No, 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 right? Or, hey, it's coming down. I'm going to add to the position for a slingshot. No, that's not going to work, right? So you want to look for times where people will get overcommitted. Well, you can use yellow, you can use orange, right? Red is like, that's going to be your the farther you are away from the median line, because this is like, mathematical terms, you got your mean reversion. The more standard deviations you are away from the center line, the bigger the snapback. Okay, and so see how you went down a little bit more. Let's see if we can find a red zone trade, and I love those red zone trades. When you get big bullish candle into the red zone, right? Very close, right? Now, if you take these are higher probability. But the problem is, or the issue or the challenge is that they don't happen very often, right? They don't happen very often. So you wait and you go, well, this one didn't spike all the way down, so you wait, and see that one, then now you slam it, and then, boom, okay, now you made some major cash, major cheese, right? But so if you waited for something like this and got in, well, it's 23 pips. But you can make some off of just the yellow line, right? But something like in the orange, it's like, okay, gap up into the orange. Oh, here you go. Look at that. Parabolic move on RSI. Just draw a straight line on RSI. Price reverses, gets short. TP1, first median line. Okay, maybe 17 pips or so. Didn't go any farther than that, right? So never got down to here. But we have basically a roaring uptrend, and we're trading counter trend at extreme levels. Now, if you took here, we came down to the median line, price came down, and let's remove this one. So if you wait to the orange line, you're not wrong. You're just going to have fewer trading opportunities. Okay, you're just going to have you're going to have more trading opportunities going from yellow, but you also you'll have more opportunities, but they have maybe a slight lower probability of reversing, right? Because you're not too far from the median line, but still, it's you still can make some good money. Now here we went into the yellow line. Did we get a serious break in? Our breaks in RSI. We did get a break in RSI. We didn't really get a whole lot, right? Well, we didn't really touch a line. Okay, here. Okay, so let's say here. We broke that. And you can see how if we took a trade here and got short, well, we really didn't get below that moving average, but I mean, if we've got just below the line and got short, we would have got stopped out. Okay. And notice how this thing starts running up against. Now I hit the orange here. RSI way above 70. And if we got short there, reversal candlestick pattern or harami, got short there. Then price drifted on down and kept on going. That was like the high. So the orange gave us, the first orange was probably, 3, 4, 5. And now we've got this drifting. And that's something you can see too. Sometimes you'll have a double. The first push into the line may not give you a whole lot of pips, but that second one gives you a lot of pips, right? So you might want to look around and see, okay, here's 1, here's 2. That second one, here's 1, here's 2. This one made more. Here's 1 here. And then we didn't get a second one, but then we would have made a whole lot of pips on this one, right? Didn't quite get to the orange, still mostly yellow. You're welcome. You're welcome, John. So any of these lines would be good, I tell you, you would love to just take all red zone trades, but you don't get to the red zone very often, right? And you can see, like, we're in between here. There's really nothing going on. We're at the median line. And all these are kind of like collapsing together, right? So if we were to go back to Myforexheatmap and say, okay, let's take a, where'd it go? All right. And, all right, it's there. Okay, go back here. We can look at maybe Euro Aussie to see that maybe might snap back. And take a look at that. So we saw Euro Aussie, it's in greens, really strong. But these guys, they made money. And they got to get their money out. They're not going to hang around. So they might hand the... So, and you can see, look at this. Here's Euro Aussie. Now we're at yellow. It'd be nice to add this thing, and this thing is yellow, pull back, yellow, drop, past the median line, right? And now we're up there again, and this RSI is like really scaling up in here, really, like up. And we'd say, what if we get price below this moving average? Maybe we could put maybe a sell stop right there, 161.70. Place a stop above that previous high. Well, that's like 5. Maybe they get a little bit more. Maybe give it like 6 pips, 7 pips, right? And then see, the median line gives us 10, but this orange line, yellow line gives us like 23, right? So we can see if that will actually get us in the market there. Pretty extreme. It's 3 o'clock. This is not necessarily a trade that I would normally take. I want the market to be a little more liquid. No major market. I think U.S. market's still open, yes, but no, London's closed and Asia is offline probably. But if I have it down below the line and it clicks down, maybe I can get a quick few pips. Even I can say, okay, let's go to the median line and I can just pick up 11 pips, right? And there's a lot of support at a banker support line too. We can put our banker support lines in here. Indicator, custom, and there's an indicator called round numbers. And you can add that in there. And I set the step at 25 for bankers numbers. And we'll get these gray lines there. And so usually 75, 50, 25, and 0, 0, the numbers that end in those 0, 0, or 25, or 50, or 75, those are going to be our bankers levels. And usually prices seem to respond or those are good take profit areas or good resistance areas to sell. Like in the 75 area is right here where it's 72. Maybe they defend 75 and it doesn't get up that far, and then it comes back down, and then maybe it comes down to try to challenge 50. And 50 is down here, but it's not showing up. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not showing up. Oh, there it is. Okay. There's the 50. Okay, see how it turned? So let's say if it takes out that moving average, which is my kind of like my dynamic trend line, which I don't have to draw. It's there, and it's a and it stopped me in. Okay, so I'm in this trade. I'm in this trade. So stops already in place, and let's see if it. And you can see the RSI is broken too. So this might be a good live case study to watch it if it moves quickly. We're at 6170 by 71. We have kind of a reversal candlestick pattern. We have a bullish, bearish, another bearish candle, almost like an evening star pattern. So we have that evening star pattern going on right there. So we have the evening star pattern. I mean, we did a more traditional trend line break. We did that if we didn't use the moving average. And we have this RSI break right here. And we're at the yellow line. So we've got a couple of things that are bearish in our favor for the short term, right? And you can see that we are like 1.6 pips or something like that. But then that's Euro Aussie. Let's again the heat map is acting as a good way of seeing like what's kind of like maybe coming down, where these guys will take some profit after making 0.24%. Woo woo. Hey, this dollar South African rand spreads are kind of crazy. We can take a look at there. Just it's something I don't trade, but it is the number one. The number it's pretty. Well, here we go. We had a nice move up about 1 o'clock, and we moved into the yellow. There's the yellow line. I don't think we had much economic news today, too. And I think sometimes that economic news creates that volatility where we get into the orange or into the red lines, almost like the red folders and orange folders in Forex Factory, right? A red folder, more, we get more pip movement, more important data. So these are kind of line up that way. And then you can see that price rallied up into the yellow. Wasn't much news, and now we're making a lower high, a lower low. We would have had a nice trade as price rallied into the first Bollinger Band, dropped one more shot, a little bit higher. RSI making a lower high at 70. And we can draw our trend line. We have a break of the trend line. We could have even used the moving average. It's already there. And use that to put an entry order, a sell stop. And our sell stop, we would have had a nice move down. Didn't get to the median line, so if we had this limit involved, well, we wouldn't have made it, and we would probably be nursing a maybe just break even or a slight loss right about here because our limit wasn't hit. And I actually would look for this midpoint, this 1436 to be hit. 1436.6 66. These little, okay, yeah. The dollar ZAR has a really interesting, 4-digit pricing there. But you can see that it has moved up pretty strongly, and now we seem to be stepping down. And what else we've got going on? We've looked at Euro, Pound, CAD, Yen, Euro, Aussie we looked at. Let's look at some bearish ones that may be coming up, which give us some, possible buy opportunities because they've sold off so much. Well, Bitcoin, a monster. Look at that. I mean, it was over 8,000 and pulled back. So this is at the worst performing, down 9.99%. Huge. But it's probably in a pullback for some type of move higher. Okay, John. See you later. You're going to take a look at Pound CAD. Now, Pound CAD has been trending down for a while, right? But what happens, it trends so far down and then it rallies up a bit into the lines. But we can see price compression where volatility goes down to 0, or there's this very small amount of volatility, and then boom, expansion, compression, expansion, compression, expansion. So we're in this, and we had a little compression here and a little expansion there. So it looks kind of pretty up close. But and you can see we rallied up, and we've been trending down, rallied up. We're in between lines though, so we actually can go out to a higher time frame, to an hour, and I don't see anything that would. Do we have? Okay, we have. With C-Trader, sometimes you get lines that just kind of hang around from previous charts. So they're not charts that I drawn for this chart. For some reason, these lines that I drew on other currency pairs carry on. That's one of the drawbacks of C-Trader. Not many drawbacks, but that's the one that I wish they would fix. So here's our Pound CAD, and a nice double bottom in RSI, trend line break, but not much buying. I mean, it came up, didn't even make it to the median line. So if it's breaking the RSI trend line, you got to use some little bit of wisdom that we break this and we don't get very far. This is a very strong downtrend. I mean, here's another break. You say, oh, okay, I'm going to buy this. Like, well, we haven't really, it hasn't really pushed. Last time it pushed hard into the zone is here, and it didn't go anywhere. That tells you how strong CAD is. And CAD is really strong because of oil. Oil is on a tear, and Canada produces a lot of oil. And because they do, Canadian dollar has been strong. So you still have to, if you're going to take trades, you want to have an understanding of what's going on in the market around you. You don't have to be a professor or any of that stuff, but you want to know, man, oil is, this is WTI. This is West Texas Intermediate, where they house it in Cushing, Oklahoma, about an hour from where I live, up in Oklahoma, and about an hour from the border. So I'm closer to Oklahoma than to the capital. So we have this. So we're at about the 63.80 area, but you can see that we've come a long way, really far. From down to 30s, right? So we've been moving higher in oil, and the Canadian dollar has been strengthening. And then we also have Brexit fears, so pound hasn't been very strong either, right? This is where if you have Trend Spotter, I know some of you guys already do, but if you have Trend Spotter, that's going to be able to help you take a look at these bigger trends too. So if you have we have a bigger trends in Trend Spotter, and you have this template. You should have a template that's called A blank TSCSI side 1. If you click that, oh, I need to drag something over, right? There you go. So there we go. You have your trend spotter, and when set it for 1 day and 12 period MA, and that'll give you like the trend, you know. Now, if you're using the smaller time frames, it really doesn't matter. But once you get up maybe like an hour or so, this daily trend is going to have some effect on the other time frames, like the 4 hour and the 1 hour, right? So we can see if we just look at all the pairs, all pairs, you can see pound very weak at -7, -7, guys. That's why when the when Trend Spotter or when Forex Cash Machine, we hit those Bollinger Bands and price rallies, it doesn't go very far because it's so weak. Now, it may change, so you want to maybe check this periodically and see, okay, what's the strongest trend? Okay, well, I'm probably not going to get much of a bounce out of this one if it hits the lower bands. But I tell you what, the sell will be rarely, if I do get a sell signal, this thing is going to keep going. It's not going to bounce back. It's going to keep trending down. Aussie, -5. It's probably not going to give you much of a bounce up either. But we'll see. Tomorrow, it could be a different day. Turnaround Tuesday, all these guys at the bottom can be at the top, and all these guys at the top can be at the bottom. We can see our friend Canadian dollar up there at +5. Japanese yen at 3, and the Swiss franc at 7. So the weakest is the pound, strongest is the Swiss franc. They're not going to like that. The Swiss are usually notorious for weakening their currency. They probably let it pop up on Monday so they can take it down. So this might be something we can look at, maybe like Aussie, Swiss, for a possible reversal later on in the day. Because for one reason, the Swiss National Bank has like negative interest rates. So being long Swiss franc is just not, is not going to stay for very long. Maybe a day or so. But Swiss franc being at the top of the strength map is like an anomaly. So we can look at let's look at Euro Swiss, right? We can see we've when we hit down to the bottom, we get these big sharp moves up. But still, it has been trending down. That's really interesting. The negative carry. I don't know if they maybe raise interest rates or something, because we've actually had a lot of downward pressure. But this pressure, you can see that it's not making a whole lot of significant lows. That we could get some type of a blow up to the upside very shortly. But it's been trying for about a week now, and any of the pop-ups we have from there have been like, it's like 28 pips, 38 pips, and we're at a compression level here. So let's see. Here's our RSI moving kind of wonky. It did break it. It broke the trend line after going down for a while. It broke it. It broke it right there. So it broke it, and it's meandering up, right? So I wouldn't buy this yet, but this is forming like this really cool triangle that if we were to get like 112.66 or so, if we were to close above this moving average, this blue line, if we were to close above that with a nice green candle, we would probably retrace this gap down and come back to the median line, which would give us a pretty good amount of pippage, like 15, 17, okay. And if we got back to the old line here, it's like 36. So I keep an eye on that, on any of the Swiss pairs, because CAD Swiss, Cash looks like it's stepping up. Now see, we're at the median line. So this is setting up too. We're at the median line, and we did break RSI. We probably draw one more trend line across the top, just across the tops, just like this was price, and maybe look for something to break to the upside. We're at 75.07. Maybe we go like 75.12, maybe 75.15. The dots go to the bottom, and then we get a nice push up for back to the old high, right? And if you wanted to go old school, you can go put a fib on it, and we can see we're sitting at the 50% retracement. So lots of, it's whole number, round number, 7500 right there being defended. Seems like they don't want it to go below 7500. This is 618. So this may be Cat Swiss may be setting up for a move to the upside. Okay, so any questions so far? Any questions? Here's Aussie. Aussie gapped up right here. This gap hasn't been filled yet. So that's gonna be something to look at too. We'll be kind of late to the party, because ideally, I don't know if any of you guys got into this, because we got Sunday gap up, hit the line 69.35, the yellow line broke here. You got short 69.20 below the quarter line at 69.25. That acted as resistance. If you shorted that, well, then you've got a nice, and your stop is above the swing high. 4 or 5 pips above the swing high, that's your stop. This was your entry, right? Somewhere in here. And even down here, you got candles below this line, rejection here. And now we're looking for first target. And then really, the gap this is all a gap. And this gap hasn't been filled. I'm trying to get this, and okay, right. So we've got, so that area could come under pressure, be challenged, and that would give us a goodly amount of pips there, maybe about 35 pips. So that is something. So let's say price got back above this blue line, maybe some type of retracement. And then we could say, okay, let's draw another trend line and see if we can get short again. Because it looks pretty bearish. So let's do some simulation. And let's pull up a simulator. Give me a currency pair. Let's go ahead and go at it and put a currency pair up, and then we'll go ahead and trade together using the market forex cash machine strategy. Any favorites out there? What do you want to trade? We're going to use a simulator to practice the strategy with no money. That way we can learn and get better at the strategy. Okay. Now, just to make things go by a little bit faster here, I'm going to just use something I don't normally trade. I'm going to put Cat Swiss on here. How about Cat Swiss? Okay. Cat Swiss in our simulator. I use this date, visual mode, checked, and we're going to use hour, and then expert properties. Let's go ahead and put some, we got $10,000 account, click OK, and then we're going to click start. And then we're going to put our template on, the Forex Cash Machine template. Whoa, we got a template there. And we'll press play on there. And we'll trade trade a lot, trade a standard lot there. We're gonna there's an arbitrary stop loss of about 30 pips there, and 30 pip take profit. I put a stop in there. That way, the lines will appear on the screen, and then you can adjust them. But if you don't put anything in there, you won't get a take profit or stop line that you can move. All right, so here we go. We can adjust the speed by using this bar. Hey, I'm gonna get along there. Why? We got a spike hammer candle there. Oh, we got stopped out, right? Ooh, that hurt. Try again. And yeah, we got stopped out real fast. So we hit that line, and we've got RSI at 14. I should have had it at 10. And this is really running. Now, so this is what can happen in the market when it starts running in one direction. Okay. Then we've got dots in the bottom. We have our RSI. You can draw a trend line. And it looks like we're kind of bottoming. 27. Let's try that again. We got long. We can speed it up a little bit too. And see if this, and it just kept going down. Okay. The prices are narrowing. On this 1 hour chart. See if I can make this a little bit bigger. Now we've dropped into a red zone. Let's try it. See if that will. And what really helps too is also to have what we call a compass chart. Okay. So this one, wow. Now this is what can happen in the market when it starts really running. And that's why you really should take a look at what's going on the upper time frame. So I'm going to go to File, Open Offline, and we're going to go, we have a 30-minute chart. We don't have a larger time frame chart for a sim. Okay. What you want to do is if you have an hour, you want to look to the 4 hour or the daily, right? Because right now, we're in a strong downtrend where we're not getting any type of movement to the upside there. So let me go ahead and cancel this, and we'll stop this. We'll come back. Oh, we lost money. Not good. All right. So what we're going to do is go to Expert Properties, go to Inputs, and we're going to add an offline chart. Say I have an offline daily at false, and we can do a 4 hour chart and change it to true. You change it to true, and that will give you another chart on a higher time frame that we can use multiple time frame analysis. Okay. Now I'm going to use, since we already know what this is going to do, we'll probably try another one. And let's use, let's try Euro Kiwi. And you click Start. Put our template on. And then go to File, Open Offline, and see we have a 4 hour chart there. So we click the 4 hour one and click Open. And now we have a 4 hour chart. And what we're going to do with that is it's going to help us determine the trend direction, right? And we can see, we can put, I'll put maybe color candles on there. Yeah, color candles. Okay. So we can see and go to the end of this. Okay. So we've got this 4-hour chart. Pretty looks like it's uptrend or downtrend, guys. We have higher swing highs, higher swing lows. We have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So we have a combination of we have an uptrend and we kind of have a downtrend. All right. But it looks like it wants to go up. So now, okay, what do we do with this, Greg? You said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring up our other chart, one we're trading with. And this is going to be what we call our compass. So we want to use multiple time frame analysis and look at this and say, okay, if I'm looking at the Forex Cash Machine template, I want to trade in the direction of the tide. If the tide is too strong against me, I don't want to swim upstream, right? I don't want to swim against the tide. Now here it seems like the tide is moving up. The sellers came in strong and bounced, and now we're against this line here, but it looks kind of bullish, all right? So let's see what goes on. We're gonna press play. Okay, and we got maybe I'm gonna put my 30 and 30 stops here to limit. That way I have a line to use. Okay. Oh, and look at that! Wow. Okay, we're there, and we are. So let's see. Oh, so when we pick something and really rocket it, right? Wow, look at this. Wow, that was a huge. We picked a real doozy there, right? All right, so now we're coming up on this line here. If we got long, we might need a little bit on this hour. We might need a little bit bigger stop. Okay. Let's see if we get an extreme move down into these lines. Any extreme moves? Okay, got an extreme move, and got long, and boom, we made money. To the median line, pull back. Can't really see what's going on. You know why? Because I got this so small. Okay. We bounced off the yellow line. This is a very volatile time, this August period. And we can actually take profit if we make a profit. Oh, bounce right into that zone. But I'm showing you the cross currencies. They can go really wild. Okay, and so we made some money there, and then there was a nice sell right there on the red zone. Let's see if it gets down. Oh. Not a big fan of the Euro QE here. Let's go ahead and stop that. Let's go. No, I mean, not too good there on that one there. It was pretty wild there. Let's try something a little bit more calm, and let's maybe try the maybe Aussie dollar. And then we put our template on. And we can go ahead and put a pretty big stop in there. 30 and 30, that way you'll have something on there. Okay, that one was a nice sell there. And we're bouncing. Looking for an extreme move down to the lines there. Looks like we got an extreme move. We got long. Another extreme move at 75. Looking if we get to the median line. And boom. Okay. Made money at the median line. We sold there 79.93. I think it's going a little fast. And there's like an extra set of lines here that shouldn't be there. We're looking for price to come down. Oh, and we got, now we're at the red zone again. And we got short. Looking for a price to come down to this area. And we got and limit out, right? Now we bounced right off that line. And let's see if we okay, we're at the red line again. Extreme, extreme, extreme. And spiking even lower. Stop below the low. Now it's moving sideways. Looking for price maybe to break a high. RSI come back above 50. Then we're in that red zone again. So you have a bullish engulfing candle right there. And maybe we get some traction to the upside. And we nice pop up and boom. Okay, we made money there, right? So we got short on a reversal, looking for a retest of the low. Lines are, oh, okay. We got stopped out. Then we got price outside of the red Bollinger Bands and see if price will, okay. Now it's starting to scale up. And it's kind of running away. Now my RSI is at 14 and it should be at 10. So let me go ahead and let's give you another template. See if I have another template here. Let's see if we can pause this one. So a couple of things are off on this template. There's a 50 Bollinger Band there that shouldn't be there, and delete. Okay. All right. So just these three. And this one should, properties, that should be 10. Okay. Not sure that's going to make a whole lot of difference. Now we had a nice move up to the top, and now we move back to the center. Now we're kind of double bottoming at the center, and so it might look, and we're above the 50, 73.57. So we could take a shot taking it long and see what happens there. Oh, and we were stopped out on that. And our trend line. Oh, okay. So we broke the trend line, and see if we can move to the median line, and we got limited out. Okay. Approaching the green line and see if we can get there. Oh, okay, we were stopped out there. Kind of in between. Looking for an extreme move into the lines for us to take a short. And we actually make it go faster if we want to. Okay, here's an extreme move down south. So we got long and I could actually, the take profit may be a little bit big. So I had like a 10 pip take profit. I think the take profit was like too big. So it never got 50. You're like, okay, you need like 10. There you go. Oh, okay, well. Try that again. Okay, we stopped out there. Limit out. Limit out. Limit out. Limit out. Limit out. Okay. Limit out. Okay, now we got into a little bit of a rhythm here. Limit out. Good long, another buy. Oh, okay. Bounce, bounce, bounce again, bounce again. That's it. Okay. Okay. But once you get in the uptrend, you've got your Bollinger Bands pointing you up to the upside. And now there's also something called the auto, let me pause this for a moment here. We can also add the auto indicator, insert, indicator, custom, there is an auto trim line. Okay, that could be pretty helpful too. But we broke the trim line south. Okay, so let's see if we can. That might be kind of confusing there. But we have a trim line. We broke the trim line. Yeah, it's got. Oh, there we go. Okay, this thing is like moving really extreme. Whoa, okay. Outside the bars like that. So it moved outside the bar. That should be moved to the upside, but let's see. Ah, okay. This is where the outside the bar didn't work, right? But we also need to look at RSI. RSI is not really telling us anything yet. Not, we did get a break above. He wrote that extreme move. This is we're on a 1 hour chart. Consolidation. See, we've got this little consolidations like a rectangle sideways, and now we're breaking out. Now it's starting to expand. So it's just a matter of just pressing the button and clocking that dough, unless it comes back to the bottom again. But I don't know how we did. We took a lot of different trades here, but this is this way how you can actually practice. You're gonna hit a lot of them, like you see, like Christian did. I mean, Christian, he smoked a lot of them. I mean, 100% taking up on his account. But when you get good, you start saying, "Okay, that was a trim line break. I want to get long, and maybe take it for 10 pips." Okay, I just made 10 pips right there, right? I took a lot of trades, but let's see what they, we can take a look and see what that. I can move my picture out of the way, right? I can move this out of the way too. Results, I think. Yeah, I don't know how we did. Okay, yeah, so we took some hits there. So I think we're still down. We're at 97.56. Let's see if I can bring that up. Okay. Maybe we can go for maybe 15 pips. We can go 20. Let's do 20. Okay. And go back to settings. Go back to play. Right. 0-0 line. Let's see if we get up there. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. Stop loss there. See if we. Looks like we want to break south. South and north, right? Okay. Okay. So I look for that extreme move down into the zone. median line trade. Try to get to the median line, back up to the, yep, to the top. And see if we can. Wow. Okay. Lines are swooping up. Median line trade. Let's see, median line to the top band. And there we go. Right. Oh, right, try to sell that. And then try to sell that. Very close to the sell. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Results? Did we make any more? Did we get? No, about the same. 94.48, right? But it really helps to have the you want to have the compass on your chart. And let's see if we can, let's pause it and see if we can get the compass up. The compass is going to probably give us a little bit more an edge, so we can know. Okay, go to File, go to Open Offline. Here we got a 4-hour chart. Let's open it up. So here's our 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart looks interesting. Looks like it wants to go. Looks like it wants to go higher. 72.90, 72.92. It's a 4-hour chart. There we go. Maybe inverted head and shoulders. It's an uptrend. I mean, basically we do have like this really major downtrend, but we just broke it right there, right? This is our candlestick charts. Yeah, candlestick. Okay. So let's go back to our real time, not real time, but our other chart there. Okay, right here. No. And let's get rid of that one. Okay. And this one, yes. Okay. So RSI above 70, and we basically bounced off the median line strongly. And I actually, we got long and put a stop a little low. That's something I would kind of like look at. If I would a buy, play. Oh, well, guess what? I got stopped out there. Try that again. Okay, so there we go. So now pause this. Now you look back to our compass chart, and you can see that we should be. See, we came back up and took out that high, right? So we took out the high on that 4-hour chart, and you can see that long as this trend line holds, we should be in an uptrend. But if we break this trend line, we could be in a, now all the time if we're trying to buy and this thing is powering down, we're going against the tide, and that's not going to necessarily work there, right? So let's press play, see what's going on here, and see if we're at the median line trade at the, and let's pause it here because this thing is really stroked down. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. We broke the trend line there on the 4-hour, and it kept on going, right? 71.80, and we could probably come down even lower. Well, okay. Sell at the median line, and let's see if we get this. We get lower. We get another shot lower. Oh, oh, okay. Right there at the low. Okay. Now okay, so there is where is our compass chart? Okay. Pause. Okay. So back there, and our 4-hour chart. Price came down. 73.02. Let's see. We got the right chart. I think I've got too many charts here. Okay. Here. Some offline. Let me get rid of this one. Oh, yeah, they're the same ones. Okay, this one. But yeah, that was that huge gap there. Let's see if we can move them side by side. See, I could put one over here, and then put the one that we're trading on over here. Maybe I can. Okay. No, I can't do that up there either. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. What I can do is I can stretch it on my screen, keep the compass on my other screen, that way I can see it. But you guys won't be able to see it. That's the thing about it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, no. Okay, I just want to. Well, I want the tester back. Okay. Okay. And wow, yeah, I'm really messing this one up. All right, something I can do here. I can do this, and I can close this one out. I can close this one out. I can close this one out. I can close all these out. And what will happen is I will get rid of all of them, except for the two that I'm using. Here are this one 2, and this one 2, and this one 2, and then do like this. There you go. So this is my compass chart on one side, and this is the simulation chart here that we're actually trading off of. Now we're way outside the line there, and I'm just gonna put this one back. But we're outside the bands there, and we're probably topping out in the supply zone. So let's say if we get short, press play, and oh, we tested the old high again. Limit out on that. Should limit out. Oh, look at these gaps. This is really wild. Okay. Okay. Coming out of the zone again. So as we're filling the gap now. Filling the gap, filling the gap. Like wild stuff, wild price action here on this on the simulator. We broke the trend line, and we get a bounce. Get long on the break, and not quite. Okay, it's a 30 pip limit. Okay, now we're limited out. Okay. Yeah. That was kind of confusing there. But give it a shot. Show me. Post your results of your simulation, and even try your demo and show us what you're doing on that. I mean, look at that massive collapse, right? And then that's why if you took that long trade, your stop is there, okay? And then price can, this was December. This was December of last year. You remember how volatile the stock market was? And when you get into this type of volatility, we can actually, because we're not staking in bands anymore, we're breaking out. This type of strategy works really good in a market that's really not going anywhere. But the moment it gets directional, that's where you want to go to pip and run, and go to your going to wave counting and things like that. But when we're in these long ranges where price isn't really going anywhere, maybe some big news is coming up on Friday or something like that. This strategy works beautiful. You will just kill it, But the moment the news is out and things are just exploding, you can see how you can get hurt, without the stops. I mean, here's your RSI break. It rallied up a little bit and it kept going, right? But this was, we had basically a financial meltdown going on where the stock market was dropping, it dropped like, 5-10% in December, right? But after that, if we were to fast forward it into going back into like March, then, we're stuck in ranges again. So let's see if we can go here. This is January. Okay. All right. So now we're in February, right? So a whole different market. You can see how sideways consolidation. We're just oscillating between Bollinger Bands, right? Whole number, round number. You press, press play, and let's see how that one is. Okay. Oh, whoa! Too fast. Okay. So we got long there. Long at 86. Break to the north side. Retest at the low. $82, $91. We're looking at 71.07 as a limit, and boom, gap up, and we got paid, right? But it's a different market, right? See, we got here, and we limit out there, but now we're breaking out again. We're scaling up this wall, and we're scaling again, right? If we look at our 4-hour chart, we can see that we're starting to. We're still in a range, so we'll see if this gives an opportunity to sell. Okay, in this type of a market, it doesn't look like it's too volatile. It's a 1-hour chart, so it may top out. Let's see how it does. Okay, so we're gonna press play and maybe sell. and it came out, behaved itself, came down the median line, and limit out, right? And now we're down here at the bottom. We have a hammer. So the market, see, the personality of the market has changed, right? We're look at the range that we're in. Top of the range, bottom of the range. But this is a 4-hour chart, so each bar is 4 hours. Every 6 bars is a day. So day, 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 right? So as long as it stays something like that, but the moment we get like something breaking out, then it's or breaking down, then you need to like, okay, a lot of the EAs and robots actually use this type of a entry system, but they get wiped out when the market starts to run. That's why the artificial intelligence is kind of artificial, and it's like butter, margarine. It's not as good as real butter, and sometimes artificial intelligence is not as smart as the human brain that says, hey, I'm getting out of here. I don't think I want to trade this because we're outside of these normal areas here, right? It's a hurricane. Volatility is good, but for flying a kite we need wind. To sail a boat we need wind. But when we have a hurricane, you just don't want to be out there, right? It's not a good thing. So right now you can look at the chart and you can see this is kind of sideways. So it should behave itself. It's going down to oversold, to support. And we're with some Bollinger Bands here, and I got a hammer, so why don't I try give a stab at long, right? I can do that. I can give it a try long, and let's see what happens, right? So I got long, and it bounced up, and it bounced down. Okay. Oh, and we got limited out, right? So, I just want to keep you guys very very aware of the strategy. So you not just you can look at just one time frame chart, but take a look at the upper time frame chart, and just to check to see that hey, I'm in a range. Nothing's going on here. Okay, it's going to be, if I hit the red line and I'm in a range, I'm probably going to go higher to the next one, right? If I hit buy again, I should be able to get to the net to 71.66, I think, right? Should be able to clock back up there. And see if we can get up there. Okay, that was our stop. Came really close to that. And then those of you guys who are in pip and run, you've probably seen these patterns show up as well, which is probably giving you an edge. And we can whoa, we got stopped out of that. Okay. So let's take a look at our compass chart. And it seems like it's still in a range. You might even load it up there, right? Boom. Limit out. Right? And then we go right to the top. Top of the range. Whoa, it's getting really to the top of the range again. Okay. And then we actually maybe bring this down. Oh, it's going really close to the high. Oh, we were stopped out. Okay. That'll happen from time to time. Okay. But anyway, it's 4 o'clock. I don't see any questions in the chat box. And practice with this. Show me. I know you probably do a lot better than what I was doing because I'm talking and using this simulator at the same time. But I'm sure that you could probably get some better results. But we again If you have any questions, pop them in the chat box. We'll talk to you soon. It's Greg Glass signing out. Cheers. Thank you.